Hi everyone, this is Sarah and I am here today to show you some of my favorite Younique products that I use on a daily basis to get a natural everyday look. I've been a makeup freak, addict, however you want to describe it, since I was a little girl. I used to get into my mom and my granny's makeup. I'd put on the bright blue eyeshadow from the 80s, bright pink cheeks and lipstick, and I think I'm kind of known for my made up face every day. I like the big bright pink Barbie doll lips or the red Gwen Stefani lips. So you all are seeing a part of me that I usually don't show people, my bare naked face. So what I'm going to do is show you just kind of how the products will go from transforming you into a bare-faced person into a diva. So let's get at it. As you can see, I have freckles. I have kind of pink cheeks. My skin's not even. It's not a good complexion, not all the time. So I'm going to start with half my face so that you can see the difference that it looks from a bare face to a made up face. So the first product I'm going to start with is the Glorious Primer. Primer is important because it provides a good canvas to put your makeup on. It will help your makeup to stay put all day. I know in the past I've put makeup on at 7:30 in the morning before I head off to work, and when I go to the bathroom after lunch, it doesn't look like my makeup's there anymore. My eyeshadow's smeared all over the place, my lipstick's non-existent, you can't even tell I put on blush. So this primer will help your makeup to stay put all day. So what I'm going to do is squirt a little bit into my finger. This stuff feels like silk. It will go on smoothly. It doesn't smell. You just rub it in. I'm going to start here on my cheek, a little bit on my eyelid, my nose and chin. So my skin's all primed to start with my makeup. There are different foundations that Younique has. There's a cream shadow, there is powder, and there's BB cream. What I'm going to be using is the BB cream. I like it because it's a little lighter. It does provide great coverage, but I don't like anything that's too full of coverage. I don't like feeling like I have a mask on. So the BB cream is my favorite. And I will be using the blending buds to apply it. I don't drop them. These just came out a couple months ago. I was kind of skeptical about them because I thought, oh, why do I need fancy looking sponges to put my makeup on? But these help with blending because they move very well on your face. They absorb the makeup that you're putting on, and it goes on a lot more evenly than if you use your fingers to rub it in. These sponges I've already put under the water faucet to get them wet because a wet sponge works a whole lot better than a dry sponge. So I'm going to start with a bigger sponge because I'm going to be applying the BB cream over a bigger area of skin. So let's get the BB cream. This is what it looks like. There are different shades available. As you can see, I'm not the darkest person in the world, so my colors are more on the lighter end of the spectrum, but there are colors available to match whatever skin tone you do have. So I'm going to put a little bit there on my hand. This one is Bisque, by the way. And I'm going to take my sponge and just dab it into the cream. I usually start at the top and work my way down. As I said, I'm just doing half of my face so that you all can compare and contrast. I do just a little bit on my eyelid. Okay. Now, as I said, I'm going to be doing a little bit of highlighting and contouring. What's important about that is the highlighting brings out the parts of your face that you want to draw attention to. You use a lighter shade so that the light hits that. You use a darker shade to hide. As you can see, I have chubby cheeks and a round face, so I use the contouring to make my face appear thinner and more angular. But I'm going to start first with the highlighting. You use a shade that's lighter than what you just used on your face. This is cream. I'm going to put a little droplet of it on my hand. I don't need a whole lot of this. And then I'm going to use my smaller sponge. Going to dab it on here. I usually put a little bit here in the center of my forehead. And as you can see, I'm just kind of poking at it, I guess. I'm not blending too heavily. I'm going to put some down the center of my nose. And the center of my chin. Okay, now I've got my highlights on. I can use a darker shade to do some contouring. This one is Honey. It is a shade darker than my natural color. So I'm going to dab a little bit of that on my hand as well. Your hand is your friend when you're putting on makeup. Get another part of the sponge. And I'm going to start here on my hairline and go around my face. And I'm going to go in because, like I said, I'm trying to get my cheeks to appear thinner. So I'm just kind of dabbing down here. And then on the edge of my nose, because I'm wanting my nose to appear smaller as well. And you can't tell a huge difference on this, which is why I like to use the bronzer to kind of deepen it a little bit more. This is the Beachfront Bronzer. It comes in 3 different shades. This one's Sunset. It's the lightest one, which is still kind of darker on my skin. So a little of this goes a long way. So I'm going to get my blusher brush, which is angled. I'm going to kind of go along the middle because you have a shimmery side of the bronzer and then you have a swirly looking one, and you want to use them together. So I'm going down the center, then I'm going down my hairline, getting a little bit more. I'm going down my cheek. A little on the side of my nose. As you can see, I think this cheek looks smaller than this cheek because I've used the darker colored contour. Next, I'm going to use the Moonstruck Minerals Pressed Blusher. I think there are 6 different colors of blush. This one is Seductive. It is not a dark color. I think it's very natural, especially if you've got a lighter skin tone. I'm going to use the same brush and just kind of dab at it. I always blow to get the excess blush off because you don't want to look like a clown. I smile as I put it on so that my cheekbones pop out more, because you're going to want to put this in the center of your cheekbone and go back to your hairline. Do a little bit more. Blend it. And there you go. Got a little bit of the blusher going on. As I said, you want to start in the center of your cheekbone and go upwards into your hairline. Doesn't take a whole lot. I like that Younique has got these in a pressed variety because it used to be a loose powder, and to me that was more difficult to get on and to make it go on evenly. So if you haven't bought the blush before because you didn't like the powder, check these out. And like I said, a little goes a long way. This will last you forever. Now, I like to put one little coat of powder on to just kind of set this, because you're going to have the dark where you put the bronzer on, and then the blush. You don't want it to be boom in your face. You want it to be a little more blended to look natural. So I'm using the Touched Pressed Powder. This is organza. It's for pale people like me. I'm going to dip my powder brush into this. This is bigger. This one here. And I'm just kind of going over this a little bit. Like I said, it sets the color in. See, check out this face. This is the side without. And this is the side that has makeup on. As you can tell, the skin tone looks much more even on this side than it does that one. This one looks a little shinier than this one. So you can tell a big difference. And I think this still looks like a natural everyday look. You can't tell that I have a ton of makeup on. So with that said, I'm going to work on my eyes. Now the first thing I've been doing lately is filling in my brows, because this one has got a cowlick, which is random, and it always is thicker than the other one. Even after I have them waxed and done, this one still looks bigger. So I want to try to fill this in so that you can't see the bald spots, and to make it look a little more like this one. I like the pencils. This one is Prim. It is a light brown. And what I normally do, so start at the bottom, and I just kind of draw my line along there, giving an arch. You want the angle, you want the arch to hit kind of a 45-degree angle from your nose. I then go along the bottom, draw a line there, and then I just lightly fill it in. To me, this makes the biggest difference, because it's hard to get eyebrows even, at least for me, and they always have bald spots. So this fills it in and makes it look more natural. The next step I'm going to do is to do my eyeliner. I usually do this before I put on my shadow or my mascara, because especially once the mascara is wet, you don't want to go in underneath and try to get liner on there, because it'll make a huge mess. This is another one of the pencils. This is Proper. This is a dark brown. And I'm going to start on my upper lid. I usually start in the middle, as close to my eyelashes as possible. I go out, and then I go back, and go up to the tear duct. I think this isn't quite blended. Okay, so there's my top. And then I pull down. I usually like to get the waterline. Oops. Much better. So now that I've got my eyeliner on, I'm going to go to my eyeshadow. Now, this is one of the coolest things I've ever used. This is the Splurge Cream Shadow. There are 3 different colors out. Younique is launching a new color each month. I'm going to be using Tenacious, which is the color that launched in May. What is cool about the cream shadow is it's kind of this little spongy texture. It's shimmery, it's wet when it goes on, but it dries into a powder. It is crease proof, and it will last you all day. There's also a cream shadow brush that's available. This is specially formatted to help the cream go on better. The bristles aren't dry like most brushes are. That way, if it was dry, this wouldn't go on as well. A little of this goes a long way. So what I'm going to do is barely tap my brush on this, get a little bit on, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. A little bit more. Going to go up above my brow bone. And this goes on so smoothly. So, one eye done, one eye not. Now, Tenacious isn't too bright, on me at least. So I like to put a little bit more color to it. You can wear this by itself, of course, or you can blend it with other colors. Like I said, I'm going to put a little darker color to it because I like my eye makeup dark. So I'm going to use some of the loose powder. This is Corrupted. It is black, a matte color, so it's not shiny. And I'm going to use, grab the wrong brush here. This one. This is the liner shader brush. I use the liner side because I don't want this darker color to go on too thick. I just want to put a little bit on the edge along my brow bone. So I'm using what is in the lid. Like I said, I don't want to use a whole lot. Tapping this in here and tapping this against the container to get the excess off. I'm going to start on my brow bone and just go across. Need a little bit more. And then I just kind of do a V shape there at the corner. Need a little bit more. Voila. Like I said, I like it a little bit darker. You can wear it on its own or blend it with other colors. And for my final trick, 3D Fiber Mascara. If you haven't tried this, what are you waiting for? Because this will change your life. This comes in 2 tubes. This is the fibers and this is the gel. What I do is I go ahead and open them both. And I start with the gel. Now this is going to go on just like your regular mascara. I start on the top and I go up and down to kind of fluff my lashes and to get this on the top and the bottom. And then I'm also going to put a little bit on my lower lashes. Next, you take the fibers. This is the brush. I like to kind of scrape this a little on the top to loosen the fibers. I find that if the fibers are loose, it sticks to the gel a little bit better. And I'm just going to go through, put a coat on, and I'm going to focus here on the tips. Oh, I think I dropped some down there. There we go. This is one coat. So I'm going to go through and put another coat of the gel on so that the fibers will stay put. Huge difference. Check out this side. Wimpy lashes. Fabulous lashes. I'm going to do one more coat because I usually wear 2. Ah, and I dropped my brush. Of course. I'm a klutz. I'm going to tap this on here again. Loosen up the fibers. Concentrating on my tips. Boom. Look at this. This is so amazing. And then I'm going to wait just a second before I put my final coat of gel on. Now, I've had some people tell me that the fibers flake off. What you're probably not doing is putting enough gel on. So you want to make sure you get a good top coat of the gel on top of the fibers because it'll stay put, I promise. I have gone to the gym with my mascara on. I've cried through movies with my mascara on, and this stays put. So you want to make sure you put a good coat of the gel on so that these fibers don't flake off. And I'm kind of rolling the wand in my hand as I put this on. Yeah, huge difference. So this product is absolutely amazing. If you don't buy anything else that I've showcased, you need to at least buy this. I promise you won't regret it. So, as you can see, natural side, everyday side. I've gone through and shown you kind of what I do each day when I do my makeup. If you have any questions or if you want to try any of the products I've showcased, please go to my website. It is www.youniqueproducts.com/Sarah Bryant. Like I said, I want some feedback on this, so leave me comments, send me messages. I want to hear what you think. So happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.